he'll be on here in a second.
Well, here's
Um,
the other thing too is like I posted on my like personal Facebook and stuff like that. Like I play guitar. Like if somebody's shooting water at my guitar and like fucking up the electrical or getting my guitar wet or anything like that, like I'm trying to take care of that guitar. Like I don't have just like $1,500 to just drop and just replace it at any
okay, I'm
moment.
sending it to him now, guys.
Cool.
Uh, there we go.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, bub. Sorry, we finally got it. Hey,
What's
Bubby.
up?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Today's been a pretty interesting day.
Yeah, I
People
saw
are
that you were
pissing me off.
yeah, I saw you were getting a lot of people sending you crazy stuff in your DMs. I apologize for that because that is technically my fault. So,
I mean, that's fair. But yeah, it's. I can't even repeat on here, Danny, the things that were said to me in my DMs today.
yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I know that I received some crazy stuff too. And it's like those are the
Yeah, it's
people
absolutely nuts.
that they have like the correct stance on the matter. It's like you've got to be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. And like my involvement in this is very minimal. Like
Yeah, you just put
literally,
the video.
right? I took the video. I have supported you and Matt in, in all the things. But like the personal threats against me and my children today
Yeah,
have
that's
been
not.
nuts.
On top of that, there was a guitarist that used to be in the band back in back in 2016. He hasn't been in the band since mid 2017. And someone sent him a death threat. I don't even know if I can say that on live, but somebody sent
It's
him
fine.
that level of threat.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
So that's actually what I got today. But there was more added into it
Yeah.
um,
I mean,
that, like
those
I said, I can't repeat on here.
right, and like those threats, like those, I mean, that can be taken to law enforcement. Honestly, I feel like it should. Like I think there needs to be repercussions for the things that people send, especially online, because it's like someone was saying something. I mean, there's this one guy who is I think an actual mentally unwell person who is in every comment section of everything involving our band in the last couple days, who it has a vendetta because he got in an altercation with other VIPs of ours in line outside, and because we didn't appease what he wanted, because we personally didn't take care of it, he hates us and is at hell bent on trying to ruin the band. He's like a genuine psychopath. So like,
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
his name's Sleepy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, he has serious mental problems, and he's in every comment section, and it's like we don't police the lines outside of venues. Like I don't know, I didn't know that I would ever need to tell that to somebody, but it's like,
Yeah.
hey, so that's the venue's job.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened. You can say what happened all you want, but it's like at the end of the day, like if something happened, you need to get security involved from like outside and not yell at the band
Right.
for something they weren't even there to witness.
Right. Right. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, you're there to perform. That is your job.
Yeah, that's really it. We show up, we see our VIPs, hang out with them, we get ready for the show, we play. Like stuff that happens outside of the venue in the line is like I don't understand why that would be our responsibility. We are neither the police nor are we Batman.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But like I've even seen people in these comment sections back, because I'm also from New York, um, originally, like people from back home chiming in. I'm from north of Syracuse, but I know a bunch of the homies in Rochester.
Rochester.
Yeah. So I know like all the guys from Fight from Within, and
Yep.
I'm with them quite a bit, and Yeah.
Nice. And you
But yeah, I've
moved.
even seen people from back home in the comment section saying the craziest shit.
Yeah, it's
It's
unbelievable.
just,
Some of the
but I
things
wanted to give you the opportunity to speak on this live,
Sure.
um, because I know like so many people have questions and they're like super involved with it, and I wanted to give you and
Yeah.
them the opportunity to ask you what they wanted to ask, and that way there be no, misinformation from anywhere.
Right. So one of the first, I think, key pieces of misinformation that I've seen a couple times is that people thought it happened in Minnesota or at the Illinois State Fair, and it was neither of those places. It was in Wisconsin, as
Illinois
you know.
is what they thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it was in Wisconsin at Northwoods Rock Rally, and I did have a couple other artists from that day reach out to say that that individual or maybe other people were doing the same thing to them. And I don't know if they just didn't say anything because they didn't want to like have issues or cause problems or like, bands only have an allotted time. So maybe they were just going to get through it. Like I understand that aspect. Like, when we play on shorter sets, we try to like get through the set without, having any interruptions unless somebody's hurt in the crowd. Like we really try everything in our power to not stop. Um, like maybe that is what those bands, were facing, but they reached out to me to say that that happened to them as well. So I came out for the very beginning of the set, walk up to the mic for the first part of the first song, and I immediately felt water hit this side of my face. Now, my first reaction was like, that was weird, but and this is all while like singing words. So like singing English words that are not the words that are being thought in my head. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I don't know what that was. It could have just been someone with a water bottle, just like excited, just kind of like spinning it in the air. You know what I mean? Like it could have been
Right.
anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. Who knows if that was malicious intent or not? I'm not going to assume that it was. So we keep playing. I don't know if it was like the next song or what, but that it happened a couple more times, and that's when I was finally like, okay, someone is like intentionally targeting us. Um, and I still didn't want to stop the set because of it. Looking back, I probably just should have stopped. But like we try to keep the show going, and we try to have no interruptions if possible.
Right.
So at that point, I was like, all right, I got to keep my eyes open. I got to figure out where this is coming from, and who's doing it, and try to not alert to them that I'm on to them. It took several more songs to spot the person. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were being very sneaky about it, and I finally spotted him do it to Matt, and I saw him and I pointed at him and I locked eyes with him. And I think I did this, which is
Yeah.
like I'm
You did.
trying.
I have it. Yeah, I have that on video as well.
It was supposed to be like cut it out, stop it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I messed up the hand gesture for sure, but he got the point, like right, like I was going like this, stop it, knock it off. So he knew at that point that I found him and I knew what he was doing. I told him to knock it off. That same song, he definitely amped it up because he did it a couple more times. And that's when I was like, the second this song ends, I'm going to lose it on this guy. Because it's just like, you are intentionally antagonizing in the crowd. You're being a piece of crap. And you're there just to your own entertainment to antagonize artists. So it was at that point that I lost it on him. Now, the issue that people had with one of the things I said was like, oh, you threatened to, and it's like, I did not say that. I said, I will end you. I meant it, and it's like, I could have chosen better words, but I meant it figuratively, right? Like,
Right.
I will destroy you. I will disintegrate you, whatever. It's like, it's not, I did not mean it literally. Like, threatening someone in front of a crowd of 1,000 people like that, like threatening to do that, it would be crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
they were all just a threat of the same thing. I am going to mess you up if you do that one more time. And he stopped after that. And that was the only that was my only goal. I wanted that to stop so that we could keep playing. And he didn't do it after that. Now, in hindsight, I kind of wish I had found security because I didn't know who was security or who wasn't because there was someone sitting in the pit, I think in a wheelchair that had like a safety vest of some
Yeah.
kind. And I was like, I don't think that that person is security though. Like, it's a weird
No, so
festival.
security was super hard to see. They were wearing like these lime green t-shirts and they were staged in the most random places.
Yeah.
Um, so, and without knowing who the person was up until that moment, we can't really point them out.
Right. Right.
Like, what are
And
we
I
going to do?
didn't
Like,
know
at that point, it was already too late.
hindsight. I should have tried to find. I was so locked on him that I couldn't think of anything else. But I should have looked for security and been like, kick him out. But I was so locked in on him and making sure that he understood the severity of what I was going to do if he continued technically battering us. Um, that I didn't think to like scope out security and find them and say that's the guy right there, throw him out. Um,
Right.
like there were a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks that like, well, you could have done this and you could have done that. You should have. That's like, congratulations from behind the phone. Not in the middle of the situation like I'm. Like, good for you. You were able to figure it out, Captain Hindsight. Good job.
Right.
Like
Right.
we were in the middle of
Right.
it. Was like very much so get this
Well,
person to
and,
stop.
and I think too that the average person is not understanding that you're on stage trying to do the performance still while juggling this whole shit. So
Right.
it's just
Crazy.
it's really just like a whole situation just blowing up.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that was it. It stopped after that. A couple people sent me videos, obviously you being one of them, and I absolutely was going to post it
Correct.
because it's like I never
That happens.
did
Ignore that.
It's like
Okay, cool.
a year occurrence. You know what I mean? The last
Mm-hmm.
time I freaked out on someone, there was some douche outside of our bus who was complaining about the generator and was like yelling at us, and I like lost it and freaked out. So it's like I'm never like that. I never am. I never want. I don't even ever want to hurt anybody for that matter. Like, um, but it needed to stop, and I let go. I just let loose at that point.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
But I
wild
think it's fair.
that what I said is worse than what they did because oh, it's just water. It's like yeah, thankfully I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
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 I mean, that could have been anything. And there was no way for us to know that. My biggest issue, too, is besides not even knowing what the fluids are, like, you guys are on a platform off the ground. Water could have gotten on the stage. You and Maddie could have fallen. You could have gotten seriously injured. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars of gear on that stage. You have
Yep.
wireless mics in your hands. You guys could
Electricity.
have been electrocuted. Right. Like, why is that not a bigger issue?
Right.
The water is being sprayed directly into your eyes. Like, even if it is just water, the pressure alone could have caused severe ocular damage to you and Maddie.
Yeah, I guess Matt got hit in the eye. I only ever got hit like across the side of the
Yeah.
face. Hold on, my TV's freaking out.
I think too. I kind of want to make the point
His
that
TV.
like electricals, like fires, you don't put out with water. You don't just put electrical
Right.
fires out with water. There is a special way to put out electrical fires.
Yeah, and I don't know if they would have had the ability to do that there.
Right.
And funny enough, we
No,
actually
because we were
Uh,
genuinely in the middle of nowhere. I don't feel like people understand that either. Like,
Yeah.
we were like an hour away from civilization with hardly any service.
yeah,
like-
absolutely.
I think my car was parked right by the bus, and I ended up sleeping in my car because I had been drinking as well. But like, we're literally in the middle of a fucking field
Yeah.
with like if there was a fire, we were fucked. Like, let's be honest.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about too. Because obviously they had bonfires going, but they had it, contained,
Yeah.
far away from the stage. Where it's like, if something happened, under that tent, everything up under there was going, and that would have been bad because like we don't even know if that festival had the proper insurances to cover that stuff. We had a in the beginning of the day they had the wrong generator that didn't have the proper power supply, which we advance. You know, we tell venues ahead of time, this is what we need um, for power, and plenty of other things, but this is what we need for power. They had us plug in, and we turned on just one phase. We turned on one phase of our distro, and it short circuited, it killed the generator, and it fried two of our lights that are $5,000 a piece.
Oh my god.
So luckily, I think those two fixtures have fuses in them that would have protected the rest of the fixture. We just don't know yet. We sent our production back home because we just got back from home from tour, and we have to hear back from the production company to see if it is okay or not. And if it's just a fuse, then it's like, you know, a couple $100. But still, like when we told them about that, the owners, like they were split in two by the idea of like, hey, you guys are going to be responsible for this if these lights are truly like shot. So it's like, who knows if they would have had the proper insurances if that whole tent went up? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
there is probably more than $250,000 worth of gear on that stage. We figured it out with the production alone. The production alone is worth $100,000.
Jesus.
So then you have
Yeah,
all the
it's
sound
nuts.
gear, all the equipment, the instruments, all that stuff. It adds up fast.
Really does.
Yeah, the
Really
whole
does.
thing was just, it was a shit show.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's like after that experience, like, you know, for the most part, we had a great time at the festival. But then thinking
Right.
of, okay, what happened with the generator? What could have happened with the water gun incident? It's like they weren't searching anyone upon entry. So
No,
that's true or not, but that's what I heard is that they weren't searching
no.
anyone.
So when I got there that day at like 4 o'clock to meet with Shallow Side and Left on Red, so I could live stream their sets, and they didn't search my car at all.
Yeah,
Which means if you're not searching my car, you didn't search the RVs. I know that for sure because my car's small, and with the amount of RVs that were there, they were not taking that time.
yeah. So unfortunately, it's like we will not play that ever again. There's no way in hell. And it's like it's unfortunate because the majority of the day was great, but looking at those few facts, it's like we can't afford to have that happen again. No way.
Right.
Yeah. Like those things have to be rectified. And if you are going to have a festival of that size, mind you, it's not huge. It's not louder than life. It's not Sonic. It's not anything like that. But like if you're going to try to have a festival of that size, you have to have the correct security measures in place.
Right. And I will say, like the security's response after the incident was good. You know, like I
Yeah.
I heard from like my crew that a couple of them were like, we went over to that area, we couldn't like pick him out, but we stayed there the rest of the time. He's like, and if I had known who he
Which
was,
they did.
I would have choked him out. I was like, that's great, you know, like that's good. But um, like the people who were there, you know, security is a hard job to do, and you know they did do what they could, you know, individually.
Yeah. And I mean, I will give them the credit where credit's due because because they were right by me. They did go stand over there.
Yeah, yeah,
And, to make sure it didn't continue to happen. But at that point, like, we're 35 minutes into the set.
yeah.
Like, the damage is already done, and Danny's
Yeah,
just lost his shit.
my whole night.
Like,
I was livid. I was inconsolable. Like I was, and it's like it took everything. The reaction too that people saw on stage was me like holding a majority of that in because it's like I still have to be a professional on stage and and not do anything that's going to ruin my career or life on that stage. So it's like I still have to show an immense amount of restraint. Like if it was just someone in the street that was doing that to you, it would be that would be clear to fight back, you know?
Right.
mm-hmm. 1,000%. And I think like, okay, so Brummer from Left on Red is in the chat as well, and he said you're
Oh, yeah,
justified.
what's up,
This
dude?
needs to be mutual respect between crowd and performers.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, it really.
it's so gross to me. It's like the Ollie situation. Like, when did we get to this point where it's okay to throw things at people, regardless if it's
Right.
liquids, objects, whatever, you know, while you guys are trying to do your jobs?
Yeah.
How did we get here as a society?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Unfortunately, it just seems like it's easier for people to fall into bad behavior over time than to rise into proper behavior. Just seems to be the way that things go.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000%. But yeah, I wanted to give you the opportunity to, you know, since it's been a few days and
Yeah.
it's been picked up way more places than, you know, we thought it would be.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
you
Vice.
know, I feel like,
That was crazy.
yeah, what is it today alone? It was like what is it, metal injection?
Yeah, metal.
Rock
Yeah,
feed.
they sure managed to frame it like I was like I was the bad guy in the situation. So I
Oh,
left.
100%.
So their headline was really bad, but their article was fine for the most part.
Which is like most people are just going to read that headline and be like,
Right.
wow,
Oh, yeah.
some water. It's like,
And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they
You
did.
managed to look 2 feet in front of your face, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, even like it's gotten so far that people are making it a political issue as well. I know on the message I got today, that I can't repeat some of the things that were said, but that you guys were, you know, pro one thing and
oh my
you know
God, I know, I saw that.
anti another, and you know, Maddie did the right thing and was like, "Yo, that's defamation. You need to delete that."
Yeah. But guess what?
And,
That was gone because he
like-
was about to be served.
Mm.
Oh, as he should have. Well, and then that same person had also put that in a comment in another section that me and Joey had seen.
Yeah.
And I went in and replied and was like, listen, you've already been told once to stop spreading this information. You need to delete this comment like you did the entire post you just made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what are we doing?
Yeah, we found out through the grapevine. Well, not through the grapevine, but doing just a little bit of research, you know, who his band is and who they're playing with. And we, as you can imagine, we know people. So we were about to get them kicked off of shows.
I mean,
But, you
I
know,
mean,
if you're
like-
play stupid games, you know, as the saying goes, unfortunately, you're gonna win stupid prizes.
Right. Right.
yeah. And
You know-
that's my biggest thing is that like people have to be held accountable for their actions. And when they are, they become keyboard warriors. And
Right.
then that's when the personal attacks start and the threats. And that's how we are here at this current moment.
For sure. Yeah, and unfortunately, I think I saw one negative comment from a woman, but the rest of them were all just like bitter, resentful, local hardcore band dudes, and just like middle-aged, like resentful dudes that, you know, clearly are not very happy in their lives. And it's like all of them are all the same. It's just that group. And everybody else understands the situation and gets it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was only that small group of people, that very loud small group of people that held that opinion of harassing me, harassing you, you know, harassing anyone who thought that it wasn't completely justified.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I shared my own opinion on it, and I shared it to my Facebook page, and there were still a few of them that were just popping out the woodworks, and I'm like, dude, I haven't ever talked to you. Like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Right.
So
I genuinely feel like it could almost be categorized as a new wave, like a new version of a form of like mental illness. Like,
yeah,
you gotta have problems to like, go around with this insane sense of entitlement that you can just say whatever you want to people online. Now it's like, granted, I respond however I want online, but I don't go looking.
Oh, we know.
right. No, I mean, and even in your responses, I was still kind of like, yeah,
He's
yeah,
right.
like that's right. Like, I don't understand what the issue is here.
Yeah, someone said they blame the Hadron Collider being shut down. That's good. Um, but yeah, it's crazy that people. I mean, ultimately, it's like a story where you need context. Otherwise, it does look like I'm just a raging like roid head, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like there's not a lot of context that's needed outside of we asked him to stop. He was repeatedly spraying us in the face. It's just like completely intentional, and
Oh
uh,
yeah.
that's really all you need to know. It's like at a certain point, like you need to have the necessary retaliation to make it stop.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why are we so focused on the way you responded and not focused on the fact that someone
Yeah.
premeditatedly came in there with the intentions of spraying you and Maddie while you were performing?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just like in sports or like in school. It's like the kid who hits first isn't the one who gets in trouble. It's the kid who hits back, you know?
Yeah.
Or like
Mm-hmm.
in sports, it's the person who shoves the other player back. They're the ones that get kicked out of the game, which is just like I don't know, it's so backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And I almost didn't get it on video, guys, to be fair. Like, I went to pan away at Jimmy and Maddie, and I heard Danny's voice, and I almost dropped my selfie stick trying to pan back over because I was like, wait, what the fuck is Danny saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, this is a thing. And it took me like a day and a half to finally get this video because the service there was so bad.
Right.
And we finally got it. But like,
Hmm.
I think like two other people got it on video, is I think what me and Joey said today. I think there's
Yeah.
mine
The one that was
and
from
two
the
other people.
front that I posted it had
Yeah.
camera like sound, so I ended up posting that one.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, people need to know that they cannot get away with stuff at shows. You know what I mean? Like, and there
No.
are plenty of artists that have done plenty worse over the decades. Where it's like, I
Right.
know people brought up Axl Rose a lot that he like dove off the stage and beat the hell out of someone, and there have been plenty of other instances over the years, and it's like I don't want that. You know
Right.
what I mean? That the outcome of the other night
Mm.
is not something that I want to have to do or have to deal with.
Right.
But it's got to be
Right.
stopped.
Hmm.
I mean, I've seen a lot of places too. People are comparing, like, saying, like, this is your Ronnie Radke moment.
That's how you know that you
And I'm like,
someone has
well,
got the
we're not going to
cultural
define Danny on this.
yeah
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah
Like,
he really
let's
has a
focus
culture.
on, what really matters.
Right, right, for sure. He left a comment on, I think it was Rockfeed's post where he was like, should have thrown a mic stand at them, which was great. Um, it's cool that he can take things that he's done and just turn them into jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel like you've handled it really well considering, um, the things that are being said,
Yeah,
and how much this is spread in such a short amount of time.
yeah. I think luckily it was like the I would say majority, probably 98% of the reaction was like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, why would somebody do that? And like, who would put up with that? Um, but that 2% is real loud, and obviously they were going after you, which sucks.
Hmm.
Like, like when like I'm used to like comments. That shit doesn't really bother me, and I can take it. But once the heinous things that were said to me today were said, it actually shook me a little bit because I was like, these people are unhinged. I
Hmm.
don't know where they are. And like, not only are they bringing like my safety into this, but now we're bringing my kids into it. So like, what are we really doing here?
Yeah,
Now,
you know what some crazy person is going to do because it's like unfortunately, we live in a time where like you can figure out, I think, a lot of times, where people live. And so it's like,
Yeah.
there's times. I think that if you got any kind of tangible like threats, any kind of real um, dangerous messages, screenshot them. If you don't feel like sending them to me, you don't have to, but at least screenshot them and potentially like.
So I have screenshotted them. I did block the person, but I did screenshot them. And I told Joey that in the case that the person does make additional threats going forward of that caliber, I will file a police report.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. That one guy that we talked about who was in every comment section with a
Literally
weird
everywhere.
hate boner for us, was saying something like, I know where Danny's from, and I'll show up and I'll spray him and his whole family. I I screenshotted that. I was like, if he comes anywhere near me or my family, it will be the last thing that he ever does.
Right.
I'm not going to say that to him, but it's like, you're not coming anywhere near me. It's not happening. We have a blacklist on him. We have his name, we have his picture. He along with a short list of other people are going to be forwarded to every venue we play. It's like, hope you don't waste your money on tickets because you're not going to be let in.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, and that's totally valid. But I mean, he really was everywhere. But to be fair, so was I.
He was in more places than that one. It was like,
Right. I'm like tagging Danny and shit as that I'm seeing. I'm like, Danny, you want to chime in on this?
yeah, that guy's got some
It was
problems.
like constant.
Like, there's nothing more dangerous than a person with mental problems with a low IQ. Like, he clearly has like serious issues.
Yeah. Like at some point, you just gotta let this go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
stopped.
gotta let it go.
Someone told me who he was, and then I remembered the incident from last September, and I was like, okay, this guy is not worth responding to because he is just going to like keep going with it, no matter what. So it's just so crazy that someone who had an issue out in the line with other VIPs. I can't remember if he was like threatening to hit somebody or something. I don't really know because again, we weren't there. But I guess he was acting real crazy because a couple of our VIP that we are pretty close with and do really trust was, they were giving us the story and telling us that like the guy was acting crazy and like just wouldn't stop. And it's like, well, that tracks. So. Yeah, once we figured out who he was, I was like, I'm not responding to this guy anymore. Like, this guy is butthurt about something that happened that was not our problem or our responsibility to take care of. That's crazy that that's like, imagine going to like an Eminem show and being outside in the line. Someone does something to you and then messaging Eminem being like, why don't you come out here and take care of this? Like, what are you crazy?
I mean, that's like Stan
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
that's insane.
Like it's absolutely nuts. Sorry, I'm typing to this band in my chat. The way he was responding to you as well, you would think that he knew you guys personally from back home.
Oh my gosh, I know. Guy's weird.
Like I was so confused. So I like clicked on his profile. I was like, do we know this person from like back home? Like, is he in the scene back in New York? And I just don't know who this is. And I'm looking at it, I was like, I have no fucking clue who this person is.
Yeah. Yeah, and as far as I know, he was only at that one VIP in New Jersey. It was in Sayreville, New Jersey, and that was it. And like Lance, even when this whole thing was happening initially with him, Lance, like, I don't know if he messaged this to him or if he said it to him in person, but he apologized to him. He gave him pics or something like that. And I was just like, didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? And I guess he still just didn't quite get the outcome that he wanted. Like, I don't know what he wanted from us. You know what I mean? So he just
Well,
says,
that's another thing he said. He said, I feel really bad for Lance for having to be around these guys because the rest of the band is absolutely atrocious.
want a personal apology for every one of us?
Yeah.
Except for Lance. Except for
Yep.
Lance, because
No,
Lance,
that's
he's
why.
fine.
Lance, proverbially, is that the right way? He kissed his proverbial feet, like, "Oh, we're so sorry that you didn't have the perfect experience that you were looking for. Here's all the love and attention that you want."
Yeah.
It's just
Because
like that's,
doesn't Lance handle the VIP stuff?
we didn't even know that it was happening. Like Matt went online later to see it and was like, "Hey, dude, don't really know what you're talking about."
God. Oh my
I
god.
love that. Well, and
That's
Matt's
wild.
dad has been great today too. Like he's been awesome. Um,
That's good. Yeah,
he
he's always
commented on the one post I made, and was like, "Listen," he's like, "the band has your back. We don't tolerate this in our family, and we fully support you in this." And I'm like,
yeah,
"Thanks, Papa B. Like I love you."
yeah,
Like it was super sweet. Like that's why I don't think people understand. Like the band as a whole and the larger family are amazing human beings. And like to take this one incident and just make it something it's not based on a 30-second video is absolutely insane.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the internet for you, and it's like, um, I certainly knew that it was going to probably uh, get spread around a lot, or at least have a lot of eyes on it. But it's pretty wild just how much it garnered attention.
Yeah.
And I know that some people are like, "Oh, dude, just let it go, just don't bother." It's like, the absolutely sane, normal human in me absolutely would do that. But then it's like on the flip side of things, like all great artists take advantage of publicity and controversy. So it's like there's a part of me that's like I have to play into this, to a degree,
Yeah.
um, uh, because it's a story. It is a story, and so that's why I made like the follow-up pieces too. Like one, just to explain the context, and two, because I knew people would want more of the story, of the inside scoop.
Mhm.
And it definitely created some great one-liners like the ice bath temperature IQ and
That
That
was
was a good
good.
one.
sun challenge. Yeah.
Me
We
and
just
my daughter were reading the comments today that you were making back to people, and I'm like, "Sister, like you have to see what Danny said." Like there were some things like I can't repeat on here either
yeah,
because I'll get banned, but I was like, "This is top tier Danny entertainment."
yeah, yeah, for sure. Matt calls it he calls us good cop, bad cop, where it's like Matt will go online. It's like, Matt will fire back at people, but in like a pretty like level-headed, uh, articulate response. I will just be like, "You're a loser. You're always going to be a loser. Fuck you. Go to hell." Here's a picture of us in front of 10,000 people. Womp womp.
Yeah. Well, so that one guy the other night, Danny went and found a picture of him and his teeth, blew it up in the comment section, and was like, "Go brush your teeth, dude." And I'm like,
Oh my
"Danny, how did we
god.
get here?"
Oh my god.
Yeah, that one had me crying. That was like, I feel like that was one of the first ones. That was like the start of it.
It was. It was.
It's such a bummer when their profiles are private. And I was like, give me something. Give me something. That one was easy. I was like, holy crap. Let me just like zoom in on this. I'm like, dude, get away from me. I can smell your breath.
Yeah, it's just
Oh my
been top
god.
tier entertainment.
But I'm sorry
But
that you had to deal with that stuff. That's just so crazy. And it's like there is a point where it's like we have to think about the safety of, our people and ourselves. And so like luckily I don't think anyone was um aside from like a couple people, no one was, overly crazy with it. Like there was some back and forth stuff. There were a few people who I even had back and forths with that we ended up coming to terms, on it, and they were just like, yeah, I get it. And I was like, yeah, certainly I could have chosen better words, or I could have done this or that,
right.
but I was handling the situation the best that I knew how to in that very moment. And now I have this experience going forward to just be like, okay, next time, just find the person, stop the show, and be like, that person out now, done,
Yeah.
over with.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
And like that's one of those things like until you deal with the situation, you don't know how you're going to handle it going forward.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
It
that's
was
like with
really
anything
fun
in
time,
life.
and
Like
we've had
until you
stuff
experience it, you're not going to know.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had, singular things thrown at us on stage, but I would say that is far less um, abrasive and far less egregious than what happened that night. Because what happened that night was constant, like a constant nuisance and a constant, like someone just being like, ha, 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 ha. Versus like, we've had a single like full cup of beer thrown at us, and it's like, yeah, we stop the set and we're like, hey, do not fucking do that again, or we're gonna kick you out. We're gonna get you thrown out.
Right.
And then that usually stops there. And if it happens one more time, then it's just like boom, stop the show, security, take them out. But like that was just like that was building for 35 minutes. I was looking for that dude.
Yeah.
Right.
He was weaseling for sure. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
like,
and some of the people that I guess were standing around him too had also gotten wet from him doing it. But he was also with two other people, I guess one of them being his father, who did nothing, said nothing to stop it.
crazy. Well, like father, like son, I guess.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing?
So he is technically a generational douchebag then.
Facts.
Um,
It's in his DNA.
yeah, it's in his DNA. Yeah, it was just a crazy experience for sure. And like I had to, I had to be reasonable too and kind of stop myself because it's like I did some digging and he doesn't have much of a social footprint at all, but I had enough to figure out who he is, who his family members are, what his phone numbers are,
So
where
I was wondering about that.
yeah, I have all that information. And if, I'm going to just leave it at that and not do anything about it. But it was like, because I have to think about what I'm responsible for and what my actions could lead to. Like at the end of the day, do I think the guy's a douche? Yes. But it's like, do I want to ruin someone's life over it? No. No, I don't. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want that,
Yeah. I'm sure he's
Yeah,
probably
no,
telling
that's-
all
and
of
that's
his
totally
homies
fair.
like, "Oh, I made him so mad, blah blah blah," that kind of bullshit,
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. This is his defining life moment. Like this is the highlight of his life. He will be telling his kids this story.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
I guarantee you, his life is not that interesting.
Yeah.
How amazing is that you were somebody's Super Bowl?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I mean,
Can
we talk about the water gun challenge? Well, I want to bring that up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Matt's idea actually. He's like, dude, you should just be like, how about I show up to your work, or someone shows up to your work and just repeatedly sprays you in the face with a liquid that you can only assume is water. I was like, that's a good idea. I was like, I'll figure out like how to word it and then I'll post it. And that one did really well too. And it was like, there were some people who were like, dude, like don't give them any more attention, like let it go. I'm making money off of that.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I'm like, no, dude.
$250 off of this story. It's like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's like every time I egg on one of those haters, like in my comments, like they can't help but to respond. It's like, thanks, appreciate it.
Do you guys
Yeah.
have any plans for some
Like it
squirt
was
gun merch or
absolutely
anything?
nuts.
Do we have plans for what?
Any like squirt gun merch or any kind of merch to capitalize on?
Can
this?
we?
I mean,
Okay, so Danny, Tommy Vext is in the chat, and he said, "Bro, why'd you try to fight the water boy?"
Yeah. We thought about it for like a half a second, but it's like, we're just gonna kind of leave it at where it's at,
Fair.
So.
Fair.
Tommy says he loves you.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Tommy's been going through it today too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I feel like it's been a day for both of you guys.
someone was stealing their logo or their art. I think I just saw it like an hour or two ago or something like that.
Yeah, it was right before I went live. I seen it.
My social media, as you can imagine, has been a torrential downpour of just comments and inboxes. So it's like I don't even remember what
Oh yeah.
I've seen or where. Hey, the twins.
Yeah, it was Flaw copied my entire new band's logo. And like not only did they copy the logo, they actually had on there without like with a vengeance above the logo picture and then their band picture. It was fucking wild.
We've found if you search I think it's like if you search our band name and then you go to like you do it by like the time that it was posted, there are like AI artists. I mean, you can't really call them artists, but there are AI pages that are like combining our name with other artist names, and I'm sure that this happens with all sorts of bands where they're like using parts of our name or parts of our song name and combining it with other bands names or song names to make like I don't even know how to like this is a bad example, but like from ashes to wage war, like something stupid like that.
Oh, gotcha.
Basically our
Yeah.
name, another band's name, and then they're like using or they'll like have a song called their band name will be called Die for You and the song will be called From Ashes to New or like something crazy like that, and it's all
Yeah.
and you're like, this is crazy, this is insane.
Oh yeah. Don't even get me started on AI because
Oh,
I will go off on a tangent.
Oh,
It is
God.
the biggest fucking annoyance of my life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, every
I
time
cannot
see
handle it.
something, and there's that one particular AI song that everybody's using for like transformation trends. Like, oh my god, like, it's like people who hear it, it's already too late. They're not going to, check. And the people who posted it, they don't want to take it down at that point. You know what I mean? And they're like, "This is
Right.
AI." It's like, oh, I didn't know. And it's like, well, then someone else is going to use that
That's-
audio, and then the chain continues.
Yeah.
This is AI. It's like, oh, I didn't know. And now the song's been shared tens of thousands of times.
Oh yeah. So that's one thing that me and Joey are really good about. Like any new bands that come in here to like play their stuff, we run it through an AI checker first
Nice.
because I will not fucking play it.
Yeah.
No.
You know what's
And I'll
crazy?
die on that hill.
There's a guy named Noah Thorne who I guess is AI that
Yes,
Matt
dude.
do a thing with, and Matt just assumed it's like, oh well, it's because you can't make music and you're not good at what you do, and he responded actually very nicely, which was kind of strange. He was like, hey, give me permission to do a cover of Die for You, and so he messaged Matt. The guy's got a great voice and he can play guitar, and we're like, dude, why are you doing what you're doing? And it's like, I think that he
Right.
has issues. I think that he isn't confident in the way, because he didn't show his face on the camera. So it's like, I think for him, it's like a thing where he is
Oh.
afraid to be judged for the way he looks, which is like, God, that honestly makes me feel bad for the guy. But it's like, damn, you've got a great voice and you can play. Like, damn, why, like, screw what people say about your image. Like, use that, use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
1,000%.
100%. The nice thing about
We'll
audio
just-
that it doesn't have to be visuals.
Yeah.
True. But yeah,
Yeah, like,
I
I want-
appreciate you popping on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's almost midnight. I had to throw a portable charger on my phone because when I was like, yeah, I'll hop on, I looked at my phone. I was like, oh my God, I'm at 4%. I was like, what am I going to do?
Well, and then so Joey pointed out to me about the follower thing. He's like, does he follow you? I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got it taken care of now. So
Cool.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh, someone in the chat said we need From Ashes to New trading cards.
That would be crazy, huh? I feel like that would be a cool thing to do. We've often kind of talked about, like if it would be cool to do individualized things. Like, okay, let's do a Maddie poster. Let's do a Matt poster, a Lance poster, a Jimmy poster, a Danny poster. I think the only reason why we don't get into that, and it's like, I personally wouldn't care either way, but the only reason we don't get into that is we don't want anyone to feel like a kind of way about like, oh, you have the least sales. Like nobody wants to feel bad about that. I personally would be like, I would hope that I would have the least sales. That way, no one else would have to feel bad about themselves. 'Cause it
Honestly,
would-
Jimmy and Maddie are going to have the most sales. Let's be very honest.
See? Yeah, like you could go by looks, you could go by like position in the band, which would be like a me and Matt thing, or you can go by like character, which would be Lance. I think Matt.
That would be Lance for sure.
It's like everybody's got their own wheelhouse, you know. So, but you know, we wouldn't ever want to feel, we wouldn't ever want anyone to feel like lesser than because of the results of the sales.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, 100%.
Right.
If I could control the outcome, I would be like, just tank my sales. You know what I mean? Let everybody else. I'll take
That's
that.
fine.
forward.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, like, no, the chat was like super grateful that you came in and did this. And, you know, I'm sure your guys'
Somebody reached out to me last night about interviewing me, and I was like, huh. I was like, you know what? I actually haven't been requested for a quote or an interview about this entire thing. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, you know what? Yes, I will do this. And it was another creator that I don't know if they even have necessarily a big platform or not. I didn't check, but it was like, so I'm down to do, you know, like short lives or quick interviews with anyone for this because like none of the big time guys asked me for a quote or asked me for an interview like Loudwire or Rock Undocumented or any of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So someone in my chat named Maddie told me to tell you that that she loves you, and Maddie.
Oh, that's cool. Tell her. Oh well, I guess I can tell her. I love you too.
Yeah.
Is it Maddie?
Yeah, no, I'm super grateful that you did this. It said, "Tell Maddie I love him." That's all.
Okay.
That's all she said. But I think her name is Maddie as well.
Okay. Now I understand. I was like, well, is this a? I was like, this could be a male Maddie because we have a male Maddie. So I was like, okay, I will
Right.
tell her. Yeah.
Like, you have two Maddies though, so it's super confusing to me. So like, we have Matt and we have Maddie.
Yeah. What we do is Matt B goes by Matt, and then Maddie Madiro goes by Maddie.
Yeah.
And we actually didn't establish that until like maybe 3 years ago. Before it was just we were always.
Oh no, she said no. It's Kenzie.
Oh, it's Kenzie. Okay.
Yeah, it's Kenzie.
But a few years ago, Maddie was like, you know what? I'm going to go by my childhood nickname from now on. So, and that's what helped.
I mean, which is totally fair. Yeah. But so I actually got to hang out with Maddie after the set.
Yeah.
While that cover band was on. After you guys, they were sick, by the way. It was it Jake, your merch guy?
Tom.
Is that yeah, Tom and Maddie came off the bus when I was walking back to my car, and they were like, "Can you show us where the food trucks are?" It's like, sure, bro. Like, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean they were super great. So
Cool. I'm glad you had a good time. I apologize for the backlash that you received for posting a video and
Right.
didn't get
Like-
context to it.
like, what are we doing? I actually think I met you that day as well. You were talking to Sam from Shallow Side, and I came up behind you, and I was like, "Hey, Danny, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Sam, I need that merch bin with the yellow with the tub."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was like, "Sorry that like you're talking, but like I need that tub." Like, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so no, I mean, it was great to meet you. I'm sorry we met under these circumstances officially.
Yeah.
But
Thanks,
I love and
thanks,
appreciate you guys.
Something's happening with my head.
Of course. So I actually recorded it too, so I'll send you the video as well.
Okay.
To do with what you please.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right.
But all right. Have a great night. Thank you again. And we'll try to get this all clarified.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. All right, guys. I feel like we got that
Mm-hmm.
cleared up to the best of our ability.
It is done. It is over with. We move on with life.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice to
We do.
people. Don't throw shit at people.
Right.
Be nice.
Love each
Motherfuckers.
other. Right. Like we did our best here. And that's honestly all we can do.